You know, if it wasn't for this outline, I would have forgotten what to say in this video, but good thing I wrote it down. Speaking of writing things down, the more I did it, the more that I noticed that something weird started to happen. The average human has 6,000 thoughts per day, and that's a number I didn't pull out of nowhere. I actually did my own research, and I'll put it somewhere over here. It's from Healthline, and I don't know how reliable they are, but at the same time, who even thought about counting thoughts? Because I certainly didn't. It could be more or less, but as you could see, we have so many thoughts, and how much do we actually remember? I bet we don't remember a whole lot. This is because our mind has limitations, and if you were to remember everything, and I mean everything, your mind would just explode. In my opinion, the brain's job is to filter thoughts out based on relevance and what you need at a given moment. And that's why we forget things and our thoughts fade, because if we don't think of something for long enough, we just forget about it. It is fine to forget a few things here and there, but sometimes it sucks to forget about the important things. And what better way is there to remember things than to capture thoughts or memories? This is exactly why I started to write things down. I like to think of writing things down as a way to keep your thoughts in place, kind of like taking screenshots of your thoughts and putting them in a thought gallery of some sort, if that ever makes sense. And this thought gallery that I speak of could be anywhere. It could be on your phone, and it could be on a notebook, as long as you could write on it. And this notebook was actually my journal from high school. And it was at a time when I was with my toxic ex. And I remember opening this and laughing at the stuff that I wrote down here because it's very cringy and it reminded me of how down bad I was for my ex back then. God, this is just some funny stuff. I think I'll just share some screenshots over here of some entries that I put in when I was 16. But hey, as cringy as the contents of this journal are, it actually helped me a lot back then. It helped me process my thoughts back then. And it even helped me remember some specific moments back in 2020 when I first had this journal. And just by the fact that I remembered something, it made me realize that there are so much more things worth writing down. Hi, it's me from the past. You could probably tell from the shirt. Anyways, I wanted to show you guys something. Please excuse the mess. Over here is my calendar. This is where I write down my plans. As you can see, there's not much written down because I don't really have that much when it comes to plans. And this is my notebook for ideas for my YouTube videos. Over here is my journal, which is where I write down my thoughts in case I need to process some stuff. And as you can see, I also write down some stuff on my computer, specifically the outline for this video. All these things that I write down ended up helping me in ways I didn't expect. My plans helped me keep my days more intentional, and for my journal, it helped me process my thoughts and express them much safely because sometimes people judge, you know. That's why I'd rather just write them on a notebook. And there's also the ideas that I write so that whenever I have a good idea, I wouldn't forget them, because if I forget them, it would haunt me and it would make me lose some sleep, which is not a pleasant feeling. Now, what all of these things have in common is that it makes my thoughts and feelings exist in the world. This makes it so that my ideas get a fair shot and that they don't just fade into the back of my mind like each and every thought that I get. And there's also the notion where my feelings won't go unchecked so that they won't go out of control someday like it does sometimes. It tends to happen and I kinda hate it, you know? In short, it makes my thoughts and feelings much easier to control or act on. And if you're in self-improvement or just going through life in general, then I think writing things down is worth it. Anyways, let's go back to my future self. To summarize, we write things down for the same reason we take pictures and videos. It is so that we have something to come back to or look back on. Think of it as a way to put a pin on your thoughts so that it doesn't go away. So if you ever think that something is just worth remembering or expressing safely, then write them down because it'll probably help you more than you expect. Writing could probably help in many other ways that I didn't say, and whatever that is, I just probably forgot to write it down. Which kind of begs the question, what if you forgot to write things down? What happens then? I guess it's a skill issue, but hey, I messed that up too. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I actually wrote something for you in case you're forgetting. Anyways, make sure to subscribe and... Whoa. Anyways, enough about that. Thank you guys again for watching, and yeah, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.